Oh, hey there. Dr. Ram here. I am going to give you, while I have you here, I'm going to give you 5 big ideas to upgrade your health in 5 minutes. This is a 5-minute synopsis over my newsletter that I publish every week. To get that newsletter directly into your inbox, subscribe at www.drram.co. So 5 minutes here, I'm going to give you 5 big ideas to upgrade your health. Idea number 1 is an article that I wrote. It's Are Saturated Fats Good for You? So this is an interesting article. It analyzes the studies that have been done on saturated fats. There have been a ton of studies done on the effect of saturated fats on your health. But the problem is with a lot of these studies is that they studied in particular cardiovascular outcomes. And some of them found a marginal benefit, if at all, on cardiovascular outcomes, meaning like heart attack and stroke. However, if you were to analyze the effects of decreasing saturated fat in the diet on all causes of mortality, meaning from not just cardiovascular death, but also from stuff like cancer or accidents or whatever other reason, actually decreasing saturated fat in the diet increases your all causes of death from all different causes. If you look at deaths from all causes and not just restricting from cardiovascular deaths, studies show potential harms from reducing saturated fat in the diet. The article goes into a little more detail about that, so I highly encourage you to check that out. Number 2 big idea to upgrade your health is drinking this juice might be more effective than your blood pressure medication. This is an article written by Dr. Joseph Mercola. It's an interesting article. He talks about the science behind a particular molecule called nitric oxide. Nitric oxide plays a multifaceted role on your health, from heart health to immune modulation to energy levels to optimizing mitochondrial function. The article recommends increasing particular foods in your diet that have a known effect on your nitric oxide level, including arugula, rhubarb, cilantro, and red beets. And the article goes in and focuses in a little bit more on the effect of beets. And it said that one study found that drinking 8 ounces of beet juice per day lowered blood pressure by an average of nearly 8 points, which is actually better than some blood pressure medications. Raw beets have also been shown to boost stamina during exercise by as much as 16%. I also include a pretty good recipe that I've also tried myself for a pretty good beet juice. Third big idea to upgrade your health is sugar's sick secrets. So I saw an interesting statistic recently that apparently 74% of products found in a typical grocery store have sugar added to them. Now, is it really necessary for our yogurt and our cereal and our oatmeal and our salad dressings and our soups and our breads and our lunch meats and our pasta sauces and our pretzel to have added sugar in them? And why is it that all these products have sugar added to them? And if you look at the studies and look at the research, it's no surprise that the sugar lobbying industry had an effect on adding sugar to all these various different products. One particular study just baffled me, and that is that there have been 60 studies between 2001 and 2016 that looked at whether sugary drinks contribute to obesity or diabetes. Of the 26 studies that found no link between sugary beverages and obesity or diabetes, all were funded by the sugar-sweetened beverage industry, or conducted by people with financial ties to the industry. Of the 34 studies that found a link between sugar and diabetes and obesity, just 1 was funded by the beverage industry. The rest were independently funded. Surprise, surprise, follow the money, right? Fourth big idea to upgrade your health, the complete guide to microbiome science. So this is a fascinating article. Microbiome science has become a huge area of research, especially between the last 5 to 10 years. Study after study have shown that microbiome plays an integral role in boosting our immunity, preventing infection, and keeping our digestive system running smoothly, our hormone levels balanced, and our brains working properly. fascinating stuff. It talks about that a lot of research that's been going on, especially with mice, that have demonstrated some association between gut microbiome and depression and other mood disorders such as autism and Parkinson's disease. I read this one article that cited that there's 400 times more serotonin that can be found in the gut than in our brain. So it's no miracle and anyone can make that connection that taking care of your gut health can increase your levels of happiness and decrease levels of depression. Fifth big idea to improve your health is an innovative approach to Firefighter Health. This is an interesting article. Again, you can find this on my newsletter, which was published live this week, and the link is in the comments. There was a study done on firefighters, and what's interesting is that they took young, seemingly healthy firefighters on average age of 27 years old, and they all had biomarkers on 10 different biomarkers that showed blood levels of inflammation. So what they did, they took these young, healthy, seemingly healthy individuals and put them on a 2-week reset diet. They cut out sugar, they cut out alcohol, and they cut out refined carbohydrates. They also gave them glucose monitors to track their blood glucose levels. And they also gave them an Oura Ring, which is a really good, one of the best sleep tracking and activity trackers out there. And the results after 2 weeks of this reset diet, the recruits lost an average of 5 pounds each for a total weight loss of 57 pounds. Average body fat decreased 3.5%, and average blood sugar levels also decreased. And surprise, surprise, inflammatory markers decreased. Now these inflammatory markers for a young 27-year-old individual might not be that prominent, but over decades upon decades, these are the markers that eventually lead to heart disease and blood pressure issues and cholesterol issues and chronic disease that we see that is so rampant today. Again, this is a synopsis of my newsletter, which I publish weekly. To get that newsletter directly into your inbox, subscribe at my website, www.drrom.co. You can also subscribe to my Instagram feed, which gives you daily health tips by following me on Instagram at drrom.pharm.D. All right, that's it for this week's synopsis on 5 big ideas to upgrade your health. I will see you guys next week. Bye.